a cholesterol absorption inhibitor, the example is estamib here. So the name itself is suggesting that the heading of the this topic is itself suggesting that cholesterol absorption is inhibited by these compounds. The example is estamib. So this is the structure of estamib. So the heterocycle which is present in the estamib. So the common name that is given to them are known as azitidinones. Azitidinones. Azitidinones are the class of drugs which belongs to, or the azitidinone is the nucleus which is present in estamib. So this system is called as the azitidinone. So four-membered ring system, cyclic system, with the nitrogen as one of the heteroatom. So this is also a part of even this penicillin and derivatives. Okay, so azitidinone is the one which is present in the cholesterol absorption inhibitors. Then coming to the mechanism of action of azithromycin. So azithromycin lowers plasma cholesterol levels by inhibiting the absorption of cholesterol at the brush border of the small intestine. So as we all know that the small intestine has got these brush border cells. So these brush border cells will inhibit the absorption of the cholesterol, dietary cholesterol. So, and the other thing that we can, so what happens actually is that estamib bind to a specific transport protein, which is located in the wall of small intestine, resulting in a reduction of cholesterol transport and absorption. So these specific transport system is inhibited, which is responsible for the absorption of dietary cholesterol from the, or dietary fats from the small intestine. Then azithromycin is selective in its actions. That is, it is only inhibiting the absorption and transport of the cholesterol, but not other substances or other dietary substances. Then azithromycin does not interfere with the absorption of triglycerides. Okay, so this is one important feature, and it also does not interfere with the absorption of lipid soluble vitamins or other nutrients. It is specific to only cholesterol. Then reduction in absorption of cholesterol eventually leads to enhanced receptor mediated LDL uptake, that is lethally dangerous lipoproteins, which are not the good or which are the bad lipoproteins. They will be removed off from the circulating blood system. Then the log P value of the estamib is around 3.5, and the one of the substitution on the four-membered heterocyclic system is the phenol. That is at the second position. The phenol is present. So because of the phenol present, this compound will attain the acidic nature. Phenolic group is unionized at physiological pH. So the acidic nature of the estamib is due to the phenol present on the heterocyclic system. Then the coming to the metabolism of the estamib. So estamib has got two metabolites. See, one is through oxidation, that is only less than 5% of it will undergo oxidation to give the OH group converting into a benzylic hydroxyl group. We call it as benzylic hydroxyl group is converted into a ketone. Benzylic hydroxyl group is converted into a ketone, and which is not an active compound. This is inactive. And whereas the other metabolite obtained from estamib is phenol glucuronide, that is the glucuronic acid conjugates at the phenol and it forms a phenol glucuronide estamib. So that compound is also active. That is the metabolite of this phenol glucuronide estamib is also active in nature. So both estamib and its active metabolite, glucuronide conjugate has T half of around 22 hours. So both the estamib and its metabolite, that is glucuronide has got the T half of around 22 hours. So here also remember the metabolite is a phenol glucuronide conjugate. So and its T half, both of the parent and its the active metabolite T half is 22 hours. Then coming to the therapeutic applications. So the estomib is indicated as a monotherapy in combination with an HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor for the reduction of elevated total cholesterol, then LDL cholesterols, and ApoB in patients with primary hypercholesterolemia and homozygous familial cytosterolemia and homozygous familial hypercholesterolemia. So in most of the cases, wherever there is hypercholesterolemias, there can be, this estomib can be used. Monotherapy of estomib reduces LDL cholesterols by about 18%. But when they are given in combination with HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors, okay, they are given in with the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors, then we can have the reduction in cholesterol levels up around 25 to 65%. Okay, then the estomib and fenofibrate, that is fenofibric acid derivatives, which are also used in the this reduction in the cholesterols. Okay, so when they are given in combination to treat hypercholesterolemia in patients with mixed hyperlipoproteinemia. So if they have the hyperlipoproteinemia, mixed hyperlipoproteinemia, then we can administer the estomib along with fenofibrate. Then coming to the adverse effects. See, the adverse effects are the myopathy and rhabdomyolysis. So which is also this common feature or common adverse effect which is seen in case of the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors. So when estomib along with HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors are given, then myopathy and rhabdomyolysis is commonly seen.